Hello, welcome to UIII Library Podcast. I'm Hazrat Kayen, third semester MA Education student. In this episode, I have brought you a book on educational leadership, Leading Future, a global perspective on educational leadership. This book is actually edited by Alma Harris and Michele Jones. They are two of the professors of Institute of Educational Leadership in the University of Malaya. Recently, they have published a book on system recall, leading for excellence and equity. This book on leadership is actually a combination of several assembled accounts from different contexts and countries around the world, which makes it a unique piece of educational leadership account. As you can see, this is a very productive book for those who are actually educational leadership interest or those who are actually enthusiastic to explore more about educational leadership, because this book has several perspectives from scholars, policymakers, and practitioners, and as well as there is a very great part on the influence of cultural shaping in educational leadership practices. It is actually a connection of East meets West leadership, as Harris herself said in an interview. A very unique point about this book is that it is putting together the backgrounds and countries, those that they have like various perspectives on educational leadership. The three major areas this book is actually consisted of is leadership at the system level, leadership at the professional level, and leadership as a learner and leader. Each section is actually dealing with contemporary issues in leadership, particularly educational leadership. The first section actually provides how educational practices could be transferred into a very good future for schools and leadership itself. It also bridges the gap between policy and practice of educational leadership. The particular section, the second particular section of this book gives us insight and comparative collaborative perspective about growing professionally as a leader, educational leader indeed. And the third section touches the issues of models of leadership, the future of leadership, the context and culture, and its role in educational leadership, the principles of leadership, and similar issues on effective pedagogy and leading global pedagogy. So in plain words, I would say that this is a very must book for everyone who is interested in educational leadership or who wants to become an educational leader. Why this book is important, I will give you three reasons. Because there is a variety of focus on educational leadership, not only from Asia, not only from Europe, but it's a combination of countries. Different practitioners have put forward their views. On the second, this book explores educational leadership at different levels, which is very important, like school level, like system level, like as well as learning as a leader, growing as a leader. And the important thing is how education could be transformed, because this book, as the name suggests, leading futures. So for the future, it is very important. For the students of UIII, this book is a realizing kind of book, and it is enriched with the diversity of educational leadership practices, coming right to them from policymakers, practitioners, educational researchers, and scholars. This also contributes to their holistic development as educational leaders, since the book has all about leading futures with global perspectives. In particular, since MA and PhD students at the Faculty of Education needs to read this book, so they can have better command of issues of educational leadership and see the educational leadership practice around the world. UIII Library has rich collection of books on educational leadership. Students of the Faculty of Education, remember, there is no such loyal friend as book. Make reading your habit.